do you want?
What do you think?
What do you want? I want the latest games anywhere. What do you want?
I want the sounds that curl my hair.
What do you want? 7800s everywhere. What do you want? I want Atari. I do. What do you want? I want Atari. What do you want? Atari 7800.
Atari's the name of the game, dudes. Check it out at these rad stores.
You guys remember that old PSA? This is your brain on drugs, and it had the eggs in the pan. That's how my brain feels, and I'm not even on drugs. Anyway, I guess welcome back to YouTube's hottest new show. As I so often have to say, it's been a while. I don't really even have a good excuse, or at least nothing you want to hear about, you know? I'd complain, but who'd listen, in the words of Uncle Junior. I hate the fact that I have to say this, but such is life. I'm going to be talking about a lot of stuff today that is all currently commercially available, which is going to make this seem like I was sent all this stuff for free, and that's why I'm talking about it on the show. Everything you're going to see today, I paid for because I was excited to check it out. And it's an unfortunate reality we live in where I'm the one that has to explain myself, you know, instead of the influencers out there, you know, who are the ones, you know, doing what I'm trying to separate myself from. You know, like there's that scene in Office Space where Michael's talking about how he hates that he shares his name with Michael Bolton, you know, and Samir says, you know, well, why don't you just change your name or go by Mike? You know, and then Michael says, well, why should I have to change? He's the one who sucks. And that's kind of how I feel. Like if you're one of these people, you know, who basically gets paid to act excited about things on camera, you should have to explain yourself at the beginning of your video. I should just be allowed to be organically excited about something without further explanation. Like I saw, I don't want to drag this out, but somebody left a comment on Reddit the other day that I really liked. And I copied it and pasted it into the Discord chat just for, you know, general discussion. And, you know, somebody said something like, when we were growing up, meaning, you know, people our age, the worst thing you could be, or one of the worst things you could be, is a poser. But that's what influencers are. And that's pretty true. Anyway, as you can tell, we're going to be talking about Atari stuff today, which, you know, I always hesitate to do that because I know that it's not as I guess well received by as many people. I feel like a lot of people have sort of this like soft delineation where they don't really want to get involved in any video games pre-NES. And you know, if I can just try to quickly convince you otherwise, you realize you're throwing out an entire decade of gaming when you say I don't care about anything before the NES. And, you know, if you give that stuff all a fair shake and you just don't like it, then, you know, hey, I'm not here to try to twist your arm. But, you know, there were a lot of really cool, unique games that came out on home computer and various home consoles in the late 70s and early 80s. And I think that, you know, you're kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater when you decide I'm just not going to play any of that stuff. So, you know, I'm 48. So, you know, I think I was actually born the same year that the Atari 2600 came out. So, you know, I can't really claim to be like an Atari 2600 kid. I always sort of self-identify in terms of video games as an NES kid. But, you know, certainly when I was growing up, you know, especially as a younger kid, there were still a lot of Ataris in households. You know, even after the NES came out, you know, I had a friend, Jeremy, who, you know, his parents just couldn't afford to buy a new video game system. And so he still just had an Atari 2600. And I enjoyed playing it at his house. I don't think he didn't think much of it. But, you know, I didn't have an Atari. And so to me, it was like, well, you have games I don't have, and I'd like to come check those out. And, of course, I've spoken before about, you know, my childhood best friend, Jonathan. He had an Atari 5200, so we played a lot of that. So, I mean, I have a soft spot for that kind of stuff. In fact, at one point, when my video game collection was much bigger than it is now, I think I had more Atari 2600 cartridges than anything else. I had, I think, over 200. Because, I mean, you would just go to the flea market and I would just find, there'd be a whole shelf of them for $1 a piece. So, obviously I miss those days. But anyway, so what we're kind of talking about today, and like I said, the reason that I felt I had to put sort of that disclaimer at the beginning is that a couple months ago or whenever it was, I picked up the Atari down there. How about that? The Atari 7800 Plus, which was released obviously by Atari. I don't remember exactly when it came out. They had made an Atari 2600 Plus, which looked like, I believe, a 4-switch Atari 2600 with the the wood grain trim and everything. And then subsequent to that, they released the 7800 Plus. My understanding is that they're mostly the same internally. I think there were some small upgrades made for this one. But to be honest, I bought the 7800 Plus because I still have an Atari 2600 that I can play. I haven't had an Atari 7800 in a very long time. And so I just kind of wanted to have something that had that form factor. Because regardless of if you buy the 2600 Plus or the 7800 Plus, they're both compatible with both Atari 2600 and Atari 7800 cartridges. Real quick, though, I will say neither of these systems have like an SD card slot. There is not a way to play ROMs off of these. These systems are really designed for somebody who either already has a collection of cartridges or is interested in buying physical cartridges, which, as I'll show you, Atari is also producing for sale. And again, like I said, I bought this because here's the system, by the way. I wanted to have the 7800. The only thing that's different is this rainbow stripe on it is not quite the same as it was on the original system. I'd say size-wise, this is probably like 3/4 the size of an original 7800 system. But back when I had first gotten like an eBay account in the late 90s, one of the first things, I don't know why, one of the first things I bought was an Atari 7800 because I never had one. I don't know what made me decide that I wanted to be able to run 7800 software because to my memory, I don't recall ever knowing anybody that had a 7800. And, this is before I was involved in any kind of online gaming communities. So I can't imagine what I would have read that would have made me, I just don't know. But I ended up buying an Atari 7800 specifically because that let me buy 2600 and 7800 games. I don't have that 7800 anymore, which is why I bought this. But I also don't remember why I sold it. Maybe I just decided I didn't care about 7800 games and just wanted a 2600. But so anyway, so I've had this system for a few months. I already have a collection much smaller now of, I'm pointing over here because they're over here, of Atari 2600 cartridges. But I didn't have any 7800 cartridges, but I've purchased a few. Although I should point out first, this comes with a pack-in game. It comes with Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest, which it's a cool game. I believe it was there's this guy Bob DiCrescenzo who's like when it comes to like 7800 homebrewers or game programmers, like current game programmers, he's like the man. Like he makes a lot of homebrew, or he takes old games and improves them and re-releases them. And I believe that he did Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest, which is not like a ROM hack. It's an original game. It's a platforming game. It's a neat game. I would say to me that the limiting factor in my enjoyment of that game is really the controller, which we can talk about right now, actually. So this system has controller ports the same way the old system would have. Right now, this is a wireless dongle because it comes packaged with this wireless gamepad. So this is like the European Atari 7800 gamepad. So if you bought an Atari 7800 in Europe, my understanding is that you got this. And as long as I'm holding the box up, I just want to point out that you see right here, it's got this gray D-pad with like a thumbstick screwed into it. And just remember that, because I'm going to show you right now. So I'll just do it right now. So you see, this is my controller. So it's the same controller, but you see that the D-pad is different. And that's because some people online expressed some discontent with this D-pad. I kind of wasn't. So I had one of these controllers, like the real deal back in the day. And to me, this feels like it's the exact same, except of course that it's wireless. But that D-pad was never anything very good. So this guy, like on eBay and whatnot, he goes by Magic Trash Man. I don't know. I think like on social media, like if you go to like, just Blue Sky or wherever, he's Magic Trash Man. But I've always known him as Bratwurst because that's what he's been going as on the forums for as long as I've known him. Anyway, he sells this kit. So this is like an injection molded D-pad, but then he has designed like there's like a 3D printed back piece to this so that it fits properly into this controller. And I don't have like a huge issue with this D-pad, but this is a huge improvement. So I was definitely glad that I got that. I don't know if anybody out there is going to know what I'm talking about, but when I think of Bratwurst, very creative guy, by the way. He's been doing like 3D printed stuff for a long time, but I remember at least, I feel like it has to be like 10 years ago. I bought, he made, I think it was just like, he only made one run of them, but he designed and printed a deck of Hanafuda cards that were pretty cool and unique. I still have those. But the thing I most associate with Bratwurst, so maybe you'll know what I'm talking about if you've been in the retro gaming scene for a really long time ago, but about 20 years ago, this, mysterious new member showed up on the Digital Press forums, saying that they had like found this prototype or whatever of Bioforce Ape for the NES. And they were posting some screen. I don't remember if he was like drawing it out by like, he had to use a ROM dumper. Or I don't remember, because he was like, every once in a while he'd post a screenshot, but they were all like ridiculous. Like there was like, the butter monster and whatnot. And it turns out it was all fake. It was just like a practical joke that he did, but it was hilarious because I think he kept making things like they would get more and more ridiculous because he was trying to make it more and more obvious that, hey, this is just a practical joke. And so I don't know if the butter monster was sort of the final form of that, but I hope you can still go find that thread. It's pretty funny. Now, of course, since then they found an actual working prototype of Bioforce Ape, but at this time that didn't exist. So anyway, that's Bratwurst / Magic Trash Man. So I was also going to say that, so this is also compatible with original joysticks. So like I just said, this joystick is what came with the console in Europe and was what comes with this console. This is the joystick that we got here in the US back. So this is an original Atari 7800 joystick. And it's a 2-button. I guess that's an important note. Atari 2600, 1-button, 7800, 2-button. So, and this has 1 button on each side, which, I mean, in some ways, I guess, makes it like ambidextrous. But if you play it left-handed, then the buttons are reversed, because there's no way for you to switch them, make them backwards. But the joystick on this feels kind of not great. It's not horrible, but I would much rather play with the gamepad. But what I was going to say about the gamepad, in regards to Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest, is it's a platform game. It has like basically the same controls as Super Mario Brothers, and so on the NES controller, I was always holding down button B to run, and then I would kind of like roll my thumb, like the pad of my thumb, over onto button A to jump while still holding button B. But here, the buttons are farther apart and they're a little bit recessed, and that makes it more difficult. So I feel like with the right controller, I would enjoy Crystal Quest, but I don't have that controller. And then I was just going to show real quick, like, I mean, you already know, because it's in the thumbnail and whatnot, that we're playing Tiger Heli today, and I'll get to that, but I was just going to talk about some of the other games I have here. I've got Pole Position 2. That was the pack-in game originally. And I forgot to mention, it was called the Atari 7800 Pro system. So, so that's what came with it. Pole Position 2. It's like a okay version of Pole Position 2, but like Pole Position was one of my favorite arcade games when I was a kid. But I liked not just the music, but, before you qualified, what was it? I think a plane would go by that was like dragging a banner that said prepare to qualify. But then there was that like digitized woman's voice that said like prepare to qualify. There's no way that the 7800 can't do that. And yet it's not in here. And that's annoying. I've got Food Fight. Food Fight is considered by many to be the best game on the 7800. And I would just say like this is an example of why, you should check out, older systems. Although I'm pretty sure Food Fight is an arcade conversion. I've never seen a Food Fight arcade cab, but I don't believe this is original software for the 7800. It has an excellent version of Asteroids. Asteroids in the arcade was a vector game, and a lot of the home conversions back then would try to still make it look like a vector game, which was a real mistake. But this version did not. It had like these really cool, I don't want to go so far as to say they looked 3D, but kind of Asteroids that I think was pretty neat. And then the only other original 7800 game I currently have is Joust. And I don't remember where I got this. I don't think I ordered it online. I think I might have found it at a game store. I mean, Joust is a cool game. Nintendo did their own version of it. That was an NES launch game called Balloon Fight. But Joust is cool. I just remember when I was growing up, Jonathan, who I just mentioned, this was like one of his favorite arcade games. And so anytime we went to an arcade that had a Joust machine, I would always have to stand there and watch him. Well, I didn't have to, but I would always stand there and watch him play Joust. And then I got Bentley Bear's Crystal Quest again because that came with the system. So it doesn't come in a full-size box since it's the pack-in. So it comes with kind of like this cool little just cardboard slipcover or whatever. I mean, that's kind of neat. I don't really care, but it's kind of cool. And then the only game the only extra game I bought was Bounty Bob Strikes Back. Trying to get that. That's so much glare. Bounty Bob Strikes Back was a sequel to Miner 2049er, but it was never released on the 7800. So this is like its first time being on the 7800. And I guess, if you want to say it's now an official release, I don't really know. The people that own Atari now are not the same people that owned Atari back in the day. Did I mention already, by the way, you can get 2600 joysticks, also wireless, and they also use the same receiver. And I should also point out, sorry, I'm all over the place here, but so both of these, they each come with two wireless receivers because they come with a 9-pin wireless receiver for the console. You can also use them with original hardware if you have that and you'd prefer. They also each come with a USB receiver. So like if you don't want the system, but you feel like, hey, it'd be cool to have this to use with like this I can tell you works with the Mister if you use the USB receiver, or with a Raspberry Pi with your computer, or whatever else. I think these sell for like $30. I got this one on sale. This one I paid $20 for it on sale, but I believe these are normally like $29.99. Anyway, sorry, this is like taking forever, right? They've been having this ongoing sale. You can buy this stuff on Amazon, but you can also buy this stuff directly from Atari. And they, like, I got my 7800 Plus on this website called Woot, like WOOT, Woot, which is owned by Amazon. I don't really understand how it works. It seems like it's like a online clearance store or something. But so I got this system. This system retails for $129. This and the 2600 Plus both retail for $129, but I got this for like maybe $80, maybe even less than $80. So it was a huge discount, but then you only get a 90-day warranty. So like Atari doesn't what's the word? They won't fulfill warranty requests if you buy this from Woot because you paid a deep discount price for it. But what I was going to say is that they've just had this ongoing sale going on Atari's website where it was buy 4 games, get 1 free. And you could mix and match 2600 games and 7800 games. So I bought 5 games that I was interested in. I got one, and I haven't played 2 of these games. Like, I mean, these are all sealed, but a couple of them I played via emulation. A couple of them I have never played before at all. For the 2600, I got Caverns of Mars, which I thought looked pretty cool. Originally, I was going to play all 5 of these games in this video, but I don't know. That just seems like a lot. So, Caverns of Mars, which I just thought looked really neat. Countermeasure 2. So, Countermeasure 2, there was a game called Countermeasure, although I don't, off the top of my head, I forgot what it was released for. Was that a 2600 game or was it? I don't remember, but I believe it was Bob DiCrescenzo again. He made an unofficial sequel to Countermeasure, and he called it Failsafe. And he would just sort of say AKA Countermeasure 2. And then I guess, Atari, I mean, he's got some kind of deal going on with Atari. I don't know what it is. But so now it's been officially released, and now it's an official sequel to Countermeasure instead of just being Failsafe. This was a game that was released back in the day, so this is just sort of a reprint. But I think this is a really cool game. Dark Chambers, which I want to say, if you get, and I highly recommend it, if you get the Atari 50 collection that came out for like everything, didn't it? Like, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox, maybe even home computer. I'm not positive about that. Dark Chambers is one of the games in that collection. That collection is so good. It's funny. This is the kind of thing that annoys me, but Dark Chambers gets kind of a bad rap because people say that it's a Gauntlet ripoff. But I don't think that's really true. Dark Chambers is based off of a game called Dandy, which was a home computer game, and Dandy was the inspiration for Gauntlet. And but this game is also based on Dandy. But if you go look at gameplay footage of Dandy, it doesn't that closely resemble Dark Chambers. So it kind of seems like, I'd have to go look at the timeline, but it seems like Dandy came out, then Gauntlet came out. And if this came out after it, I think it was sort of like, well, let's remake Dandy, but make it seem a lot more similar to Gauntlet. So, but certainly calling it a Gauntlet ripoff is not correct. But this is a really fun game. To me, this is like it's like a chill version of Gauntlet. So I really like it a lot. I mean, Gauntlet's very hectic. I think that's one of the things that's cool about it. But sometimes you just want to chill the frick out, Like I just want to sit in my chair and relax. You had to know, if you've ever watched my show, that I had to have a copy of Ninja Golf. I really don't remember if I had a copy of Ninja Golf way back when I had a 7800, but I've always just thought this was a cool game. It's just such a weird premise for a game. Like, how did this ever get greenlit? Because it wouldn't now. Like, this would have to be like some indie game now, but I just think it's a lot of fun. And then this is sort of the exciting thing, which is why this is what we're going to check out today. Tiger Heli. Now, Tiger Heli, of course, is, it's an old game. It's an old Toa Plan shooter. At least according to the cover here, it came out 40 years ago. So that would have been 1985. I believe them. I didn't double check that. I always think of Tiger Heli as an NES game because that's how I played it. I don't think I've ever in my life seen a Tiger Heli arcade cabinet, but it was a pretty common NES game. You'd rent it or see it at a buddy's house or something. But anyway, so it's an old game, but this is like a brand new home conversion. So I thought that was pretty cool because, as time goes by, people sort of figure out how to better program for these old systems, and they're able to sort of milk more out of the hardware than people could back in the day. So I'm interested. I have not watched any gameplay footage. I've certainly not played it myself. All I've done, I've seen people on Atari Age on the forums, sort of their reaction to it. And I would just say that the response to this game has been very positive. Some people are complaining that it's really hard, but then I'm like, okay, is it hard because it's a hard version of Tiger Heli, or is it like hard because that's not a game you would normally play? We're going to find out. I mean, I'm not any kind of like Tiger Heli champion, but we'll see what's going on. Oh, this one has a cardboard sleeve as well. Look how adorable that is. And then There's the cartridge. Unlike, I remember original 7800 cartridges having that little retractable weird, I don't know, edge connector protector. I don't really know. Seems unnecessary. So those are gone, which I think is good because it makes it a lot easier to clean your games. So I don't think I really have anything else to say. I mean, do you care? There's a full color manual. I mean, it's no different than if you bought a game back in the day. In fact, this is probably a little bit nicer. Yeah, so I'm going to get everything. I don't have the system hooked up because I wanted to be able to pick it up and show it to you. So let me get everything set up, and when we come back, we're going to play some Tiger Heli. All right, so we're back, kind of take two. I had started recording a little bit of the gameplay footage, in the playthrough, and something just didn't sound right, and it reminded me that I'd meant to update the firmware on this thing. So I guess I'm going to find out if that fixed the problem or not. And then one other thing that I wanted to mention, you'll see it in a second, is that this system is software emulation based, so it's kind of like a Retron or something. So it uses a ROM dumper. So like you stick a cartridge in there, it dumps the ROM and then plays it, which, I mean, no problem, right? Except that means that you can't easily use flash carts with it. There's a workaround to use the Atari 2600 flash cart, but I don't think there's a way yet to do a 7800 flash cart. So really, don't buy this if you think you're going to be able to play ROMs on it. Like if you're better off just buying one of these or both of these controllers and using your Mr. Raspberry Pi computer or whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and boot up the system here, and so then you'll see what I'm talking about, and then I will see if the audio problems with this game went away or not. So now I'm turning on. I have to wait for it to sync for a second. You get the nice Atari, splash logo there, and then you'll see that it's going to say that it's loading the game, which is its way of saying that it's dumping the ROM into memory. I think it takes a little longer because it's a 7800 game. You can imagine. There we go. So now, all right, there we go. There it is. Okay, well, this already looks better, actually. I think it was using a, how would I say, like a resolution. Like when I was playing it, like the high score and the 1-up were cut off at the top of the screen. So this looks way better already. There's no sound because it's in attract mode. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit the button, and then we'll hear sound, I hope. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, the audio problems I was having are gone now. So it, I seem to remember reading on the Atari Age forums, I think that, you needed to update your firmware. I just forgot to do it before I came down here to make the video. So there you go. I'm always bad about that, upgrading firmware in my devices and whatnot. It's like basically it takes... something has to quit working to force me to do it, or I just like forget, or some cool new feature has to come out, like with a retro tink or something like that. Oh my god. I hate that it has the tanks come up from behind you, because you have to like let them, like one of the main strategies you always want to have in mind playing shooters is destroy everything as soon as it shows up on the screen. But when it sends in tanks from the back like that, you can't. It's funny, I was playing way better during the recording that we now have to trash. It's because I'm talking too much, though. Nope, go away. Of course I have bombs, but, there we go. I hesitate to use them. And then it's funny, you could see or you could hear, I guess, rather, the audio cut out when the bomb dropped, because that's probably like too many audio channels to have them both happen at the same time. I'm guessing. I mean, so far, I think this is pretty impressive, I gotta say. I could imagine... another thing I guess I didn't mention is that this system... Oh, god damn it. This system is only 720p. So it's already a little bit soft here. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's the Atari. You know, how sharp do you need it? But let's just consider that like a little test run, and I'll play it again right now. You know, I've had this hooked up, the system, not Tiger Heli, because I just opened it, but I've had this system hooked up upstairs to my 4K TV through a RetroTink 4K, because then I can have, you know, like the scan lines and whatnot, and it looks really cool. It's one of the things I kind of, I'm not going to say I hate it, I just wish things could be different. Like, I wish I could apply, you know, like CRT filters and scan lines and stuff to footage for my videos, but, you know, if you don't see the footage in the correct resolution, then something like scan lines look really bad. So, unfortunately, I always have to have everything on my show, unless I'm zoomed in on it or something. Everything has to sort of have this plain Jane, you know, pixels and nothing else look to it. Trying not to waste my, I mean, you can see, like, they have, like, you know, a timing as far as when they shoot, but you have to make it around them. God damn it. This game really shouldn't be this hard. It's not, I'm saying. You know, this is player error. But, I mean, I'm really enjoying it, I'll say that. This is, you know, normally when I do like a weekend rental or something, you know, I didn't hit any of them. Wow. I thought it would just get the whole screen, but I guess it has sort of an effective area. Normally when I do these weekend rental episodes, you know, I play the game extensively before I go record the show so that I don't look any more incompetent than I have to, I guess. Give me that. So we got, let's see. Oh, get away from me. We got like a little helper dude here. But, you know, obviously I booted this game up cold. So there's been no chance for practice. I mean, I guess I could have practiced like the Nintendo version of something, but I have no reason to believe that that the game's really going to be similar. Alright, oh, now we got another little helper dude coming. Oh, yeah. Oh, he shoots to the side. Well, that's helpful. Well, I wish it was kind of like Image Fight, you know, where it like would shoot in different directions based on which way you're... But even still, look at that. Like, now I can more easily kill... Oh, and now I lost him. It's just funny because I was just like on the wrong side of the screen, you know? But I mean, man, this is really impressive for an Atari 7800 game as far as I'm concerned. I think we're getting to the end of the level. Well, not quite. Did I just get... I think I just got an extra life. Oh, yeah, because I just hit 20,000. That's up in the corner. I think that's that die. See, it says 1 up, and then there's like a diamond, and then 3. I think that's your lives. But then 2 bombs and no little heli. So I guess if you finish the level with little helis, you get more points. So I was going to say, below where it has diamond 3, there's those little blue symbols. I'm not sure what that is. I don't really want to make you guys watch while I read the manual. Boy, I would sure love a little heli right now, though. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I think maybe those must be your bombs. That makes sense. Duh. Those even look like bombs. What can I say? I'm just real dumb. Well, now it says diamond equals 4. I couldn't have already gotten another extra life. Maybe the diamonds are your bombs and the little blue things are your lives? That would kind of make more sense. Oh, man. Kind of funny because the music changes makes you think something's going to happen, but it's just because you got a little heli, you know? I can't even imagine trying to play this game with the other controller. Although I'm down to try, you know, for the sake of science. I wish the helicopter went a little bit faster. I really wouldn't mind that. I don't know if that was meant to be like some kind of little mini boss or something. Oh yeah, because now I have 7 of those diamond things. There's no way that's extra lives. Damn it. Well, I don't... So you don't get any continues. This is rough. I mean, do you guys want to keep playing? I don't want to bore people. One more time. And I'll throw in something else after this. Yeah, we only played Tiger Heli for 12 minutes. That's not a very good weekend rental episode. I don't know, this game's tough, but it's fair, you know? Like, I can't say a single one of my deaths were, you know, cheap. It's funny because, like, you know, summer's kind of ending here, but the weather's been cooler, but it's still, like, pretty humid down here in the basement. I'm kind of sweating a little bit. I have to, you know, normally I have a fan down here, but I don't turn it on when I'm recording because I don't want that noise in the background, you know? Oh, I thought I could sneak through there. Oh, you can hold down the button for auto fire, but that's holding it down, so you don't fire at nearly as fast a rate if you do that. Damn it. I think you just have no choice but to sort of dodge some of these guys. You know, you're not going to be able to take them out. But, you know, I can go over here and farm for points by shooting roofs. That was a close one. I mean, it really isn't that bad. If you just sort of accept the fact that you're not going to kill these guys. Of course, now I can kill them. That works. Oh. All right. I mean, you guys got the idea, right? That's a cool game. Let's take a break, though, and play something different. So, I don't know what else you guys want to check out. I said people say Food Fight's one of the best games. I don't think you're going to enjoy watching Bounty Bob Strikes Back or Crystal Quest. Although, like I said, I think that they're both cool games. Let me just show you Asteroids real fast. I just want you guys to see what the asteroids themselves look like, because it's pretty cool. We won't play it for that long. And then, like Dark Chambers, I was going to make that its own episode of the show at some point. Maybe Countermeasure 2 as well. I don't know. We can also check out, I'm down to open Caverns of Mars because that's just a 2600 game. So like that's never going to be its own episode of anything. Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, you see the asteroids, and you know they have like detail in them. I mean, oh man, I guess they look more like. I mean, I've never seen an asteroid in person before, but you know, vector graphics were just like a product of their time, right? You know, at the time it was cool because they looked all sharp and whatnot. But I mean, you can even see. I mean, these are like spinning in space. Like, how is that not cooler? You get bonus points if you shoot that UFO, but I mean, I thought I could get past him. You also want to shoot the UFO because he will shoot you. And then if you press the other button, that's like a oh crap button, and you materialize somewhere else. But that can definitely work against you because it's just random. But I mean, look how like these graphics are so smooth. You know, like if you compare that to like playing, that's not very good collision detection in my opinion. I mean, compare that to playing this game on the 2600, which, I mean, the 2600 was hampered with, very basic hardware. But, especially in the earlier days, I think a lot of the people at Atari were, perfectly happy to put out not very good versions of a lot of games, and that was one of the great things about all the independent studios that opened up, like Activision. Like Activision made way better games. See, that's bad collision detection, I think. They made way better games than Atari ever did for their own system, iMagic would be another example. I mean, I forgot how many hundreds of games were released for the 2600, but I mean, there's plenty of cool games on there that I think are see, he got me, that are fun to play. And that's why I said what I said earlier about, throwing the baby out with the bathwater, is like, sometimes simple is nice, and like, can you imagine, like, it's a Friday night, I died, throw on, like, I've got a pretty cool hair metal playlist. Let's play something else. I have a pretty cool hair metal playlist on one of my streaming services. It's like, let's go back to 1984, 1985, like listen to some, Def Leppard and Poison and Europe, and just try to get a high score in one of these cool old games, So here's Food Fight. We'll play this, and I think maybe we'll finish off. We'll open up that Caverns of Mars game because I'm really curious about that, and then we can use the 2600 joystick.
Technical difficulties. Please stand by.
All right, here we go. Now we're good. Okay, so you're this blonde-haired, blue-eyed kid. I don't really know what the backstory of this is. So you pick up, like now he's holding, I don't know what that is, but you can throw it at these chefs don't like you and they want you to leave. So you can throw these things at the chefs to get them to go away, but you have to get over here and eat the ice cream cone before it melts all the way. And then you get bonus points for all of the leftover food that you did not throw at the chefs. But then the chefs, they can also pick up food and throw it at you. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just a cool game. Oh, and they can also accidentally take each other out, as you just saw. Oh, and you can fall into the pits that the chefs come out of. There's a lot to unwrap here, Got him. But I mean, really, it seems to me, and I'm not a food fight expert, it seems to me like get your ass over to the ice cream cone as fast as you can. I mean, I guess I don't know if it's worth it from a points perspective to really spend too much time trying to take out the chefs. It's very hard to play these games while talking. It looks like gold dust. Those are like cupcakes. I get that. But I don't know what that other stuff is. Oh, and I don't know what that purple guy was. I don't have the instruction manual for this one because this is an original cartridge. But like you see, I mean, you get points for taking out the chef. So it's like, are you better off trying to take out as many as you can? Or are you better off? Because look at all the points I got for all the extra food hanging around. Hang on, hurry up and get there first. Get him out of there. Get... Oh, the chefs just turn purple when the level's over. Okay, I got it. I like the way his face like zooms, like, you know, unhinges his jaw like a snake. And then see, you can bring your food with you. Because I still had a cupcake from the previous level. And now, see, now he has his watermelon from the previous level. So that seems like a good strategy tip is, you know, try to grab some food to take with you. Oh, barely. I think I just gotta... Let's see that. Oh, instant replay. Oh, I didn't know that was going to happen. Look at that. It's going to replay the whole... All right, I have no idea why it decided that was instant replay worthy, but that was super cool. Oh man, I don't know if these levels are like randomly generated, because it seems like it's kind of putting me far away from the food sometimes. I mean, you don't have much time to spare, or the ice cream cone's gonna melt all the way, you know? Oh, you can't touch the chefs. I don't know if I made that clear. So, I mean, you see, you can sit here and you can throw as much food as you want, but, like, you're also throwing your bonus points. Strawberry. Hope you like watermelon, Francois. Well, anyway, I don't know. I mean, I'll try to get to 100,000 points and then we can... This is probably a lot more fun to play than it is to watch, I'm guessing. I think one more level ought to do it. Oh no. Oh, this guy's fast. Oh, he got me. See, all the food sticks to you. Go, 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 go. Oh, I think I got another extra life there. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, so now we're at 107,000, so go me. Let's crack open... Let's crack open Caverns of Mars. I'll just play it with this controller so we don't have to go through the technical difficulties again. All right, someone write that down. 118,600, another instant replay. Do we really need to see that? Well, you can watch it while I open Caverns of Mars. How about that? And enjoy the music. Turn this off. I guess one of the things I didn't mention, right? I didn't mention how much these games cost. I just said they were buy one, get one free. I think they're like $32.99 a piece. They were $29.99. but they ended up having to raise the price for, reasons I won't discuss on the show. Even the 2600 games have little slipcovers. Check it out. Pretty cool. Caverns of Mars. I should normally, that's not like me, normally I would do more research. I don't know the history of Caverns of Mars as far as who made it and when it was made, and whatnot. It just says, I'll read the back of the box. You want to read the back of the box? Mars has declared war on Terra 4 in the year 4014. Earth and Mars are locked in a brutal war. Martians have devised a strategy to end the conflict by destroying Earth's Terra 4 planet. So we don't know where that is, I guess. With their terrifying negabomb, not megabomb, negabomb. 5 of these bombs are deep inside the Martian caverns awaiting their final destination. To sabotage this plan, you must skillfully navigate your Helicon X or Helicon 10 space fighter through the catacombs, activate the negabombs, and escape to the surface before they explode. So we're just going to go in there and detonate them where they lie, I guess. This new Atari 2600 Plus release provides new challenges that make it a worthy successor to the original 8-bit computer release. So there you go. It's an enhanced version of some kind of 8-bit computer game. So put the box over here somewhere, I guess. All right. Once again, we have to dump the ROM, so that's going to take a minute. Oh, did I mention you can also get this D-pad in red, and then it would match the buttons? I went with black. Honestly, I think you can't go wrong with either one. Either one of them look better, I think, than the gray, only because that gray is the only thing that's on there. Okay, I have no idea how to play this game. So, okay, we're moving back and forth. You can shoot things. I don't know if I'm supposed to shoot the fuel, right? Like in River Raid, don't shoot the fuel, but can I grab the fuel? Oh yeah, you have to shoot the fuel, I guess. Do not try to grab the fuel. What are we doing here? It wouldn't let me steer. Is this in like 2-player mode or something? Oh, that's kind of cool. Like, the sound of your engine changes based on whether you're up here. See, it gets lower. I really want to see what one of these nega bombs looks like, Oh my god. I think your rate of fire is limited by how many missile or what do they call them, projectiles or whatever it can be on the screen at the same time. But you don't really ever play shooters very often, at least. Oh my god. Oh wow, that's neat. Oh yeah, I think it's in like 2-player mode. How do I hold on. I'm gonna read the manual real fast. Talk amongst yourselves.
How to ride a Honda scooter.
First, select shirt pant combo.
We suggest this.
Or this.
Next, select appropriate shoes. We suggest 2.
Then choose a scooter that best expresses your individuality. There are many sizes and colors.
And always wear your helmet.
Honda scooters. They're everything but ordinary.
All right, so we're going to stick with pilot. So you see how there's 2 ships on the title screen there? That means it's 2-player mode. You have to hit up or down on the controller. Now we're in 1-player mode. Makes sense. And, you know, just to reiterate for anybody, the one person out there that this might apply to, you know, if you still have your original 2600 and you play it, you know, you can just buy this cartridge and play it on that. Like, you don't need to buy one of these Plus systems to play these games, as far as I know. I'm not a huge fan of the fact that you have like two projectiles coming out so far apart, because you can kind of have a ship end up in between like that, you know. I guess that's like part of this, the way the game is, right? So you just kind of got to get used to it, but that would not be my preference. So now we got to watch out. Oh. It seems like a little bit of memorization in this game is kind of needed. Because I think that's the only... yeah, there you go. Oh, that was an accident. All right, well, we're just going to play. If I get game over again, we'll switch to something else. But I have to say, again, I don't know how fun this is to watch, but this is a neat game. Uh-oh. Oh, damn it. All right, last life, I think. Yeah. Oh, I thought I had time. All right, we got game over, but I think it's a fun game, and this game lets you continue, so important point there. All right, well, I said we'd go back to Tiger Heli, so we'll play one more game at Tiger Heli, and then I think we'll call it a day for this video. Although I'll say now, while Tiger Heli is loading up, that unless I get like major pushback and you guys really don't want to look at Atari stuff, I'd really like to do a video with Dark Chambers. So, yeah. No game detected. What the heck? You better detect my game. I think I might not have had it pushed in all the way. Yeah, there we go. I do believe I have that Switch game. The Switch it's Toa Plan Shooting Garage, right? They came out with like some kind of deluxe version of Tiger Heli, and that has the arcade version on it, of course. I don't remember what else is on there. That would actually be kind of a fun bonus video to do as a postscript to this video. So anybody wants to see that, let me know. Like, I could just make that. Today's a Thursday. I'm saying I could probably crank that out this weekend if I didn't have to talk about a bunch of stuff before we just like dove right into it. Music's not bad. What is that, like 2 channel? I think I hear 2 channels. No, can't blow that up. There we go. Like I said before, we're just going to avoid all these clowns for as long as we can. And then we can get in there and destroy them. Yeah, see, now it says I have none of those diamond thingies. So, what those diamond thingies are is still a mystery. Oh, now I have one. I think that has something to do with you. Those are like power-up tokens, I think, to get your little helis. I knew that was going to happen. I think there's another one coming up. Yeah, see, now I got two. There we go. Oh, see, I like that better. See, that shoots to the side. I would rather have little helis that both shoot to the side than shoot straight ahead. Like, I don't feel like I need the extra firepower shooting straight ahead. You know, and maybe at some point I won't feel that way, but at least early in the going here. But I didn't see where you had a choice. But again, I have not read the manual. Was there somebody right in? Yeah, there. There you go. There's another one. Oh, there's another bomb. We could use that. See, where does it have up there, like, your bomb count? Like, how do you know how many bombs you have? Although I see those little brown things that are like, I thought those were just the skids of your helicopter. I wonder if that's like a visual representation of how many bombs you have. But I don't really want to waste bombs finding out, you know? Oh yeah, see how helpful that is? Knock these guys out without having to get right in front of them. There we go. Pretty soon I think we should be due for another little heli. Oh, and I just got an extra life, so that's good. Okay, that's the end of the level. And now we'll get more bonus because I have a little heli. I don't know how many bombs I have, though. 2 bombs, 1 little heli. 15,000! Yeah, see, that one just goes straight ahead, so I don't know. I don't know how... There's probably some system that I just don't know. But, I mean, I'm never going to say no to a power-up, you know? Oh, damn it. I knew I should have used a bomb. I'm always, like, so stingy when I play these games. I never want to use my bombs. Oh, here we go. Yeah. There we go. See? That's what I should have done the first time. Oh, here we go. All right, we're going to get... Oh, see, I wonder if it's got something to do with what color that is when you hit it. Because it was yellow, and then I got a bomb. You know, and then it goes like gray, yellow, red, right? So... Oh, man. Man. But I mean, see, we're figuring stuff out, right? I've put a total of like 25 minutes into this game and like, you know, making progress. I don't like it when games are too easy. I just got, I'm not going to do a video of it, I don't think, but that P47-2MD game that just came out, like it was a pre-order thing from Limited, I think it was from Limited Run. Like that game, I put like an hour into that game and I had already made it to the last level. And that's not, I'm not saying that as an example of my shooter prowess. I'm saying that game is like far too easy. I still liked it. I'm not sorry I bought it. You know, it's got nice audio visuals and stuff, and like I don't need to constantly have games that beat the crap out of me, but you know, you're not really getting as much of a value out of a game that's super easy to beat, you know? All right, that's gonna be nothing? I thought I was gonna get a power up right there. Oh man, I thought I could make it over there. All right, I think we're on our last life. Oh, that was right at the checkpoint though. So that's nice. Oh, good lord. That is just too many things. All right, that's game over. All right, well, that's it then, I guess. That's Tiger Heli. Yeah, I don't know. I just think... Here, let me stop it. That's just a good stopping point. Yeah. Oh, here, I can even do that. Hey. Yeah, that was fun. You know, that's going to do it, I guess, for this episode of Weekend Rental. Where's the box? That was Tiger Heli. Like I said, I think that's a cool game. I'm glad. So far, I have no regrets. I mean, these are because I think I've played Ninja Golf. I played Dark Chambers. I've only played a little bit of Countermeasure 2, but so far there's no like purchasing disappointment. Right? Tiger Heli's cool. Caverns of Mars is cool. I'm gonna have to put some more time into Caverns of Mars before I can have a better formed opinion of it. Why am I packing stuff up while we're still on camera? Yeah, so that's it. Like I said, maybe it'd be fun to just kind of, screw around with the Tiger Heli Switch game. I don't know, this weekend or something if you want, or next week. And then coming up, like I said, I get to where like I don't want to do these Atari videos because I feel like people don't want to watch that. But like I had an Atari 5200 video that I really wanted to make. So I would look forward to doing that. And what else? Wasn't really doing Atari 26. I had an Atari Jaguar video I wanted to make. So, if you guys are interested in seeing that kind of stuff, let me know, Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Weekend Rental. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.